Okay, so we're here in New York City. We don't really know what to expect today, but we know one thing. We want to hear some stories. We have care packages that we're going to give away to the homeless people who are asking for money. So we have a liquid IV to help people hydrate faster, and then we have a water bottle that they can put it in. And then we have hand warmers. It's supposed to get to mid-30s tonight. And we have hand sanitizer wipes, and we have body lotion. We have no idea what to expect today, but we have one mission, and that is to help get answers towards what the homeless actually need besides money. We're trying to figure out like what's the best way to help people without giving money. Maybe you got some advice for us. Real. All right. So Frank was pretty much the first person we had a real conversation with, and what was interesting about him is the one thing he really wanted was a room. He actually said he would die to have a room. And it was interesting because then we started talking about the homeless shelters, and he kind of mentioned like he's been in and out of those, and one thing is like he didn't necessarily always get along with the people there, which I thought was very, very interesting. And that made us dive deeper into the concept. Maybe they need more than just a homeless shelter. Maybe they need an environment where they can grow and where they can create. Another interesting thing that we saw was that Frank actually, we gave him an extra water bottle and he actually gave it back. We started noticing that the homeless don't actually like carrying around a lot of stuff. So that was one thing that we really learned and noticed from Frank. Thank you. You're welcome. Hand warmers, some cream.
Yeah.
And these help hydrate you faster.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so you can put them in the water.
Thank you.
What's going on?
I'll take some heat warmers.
Yeah. Let me get some.
We'll be out here.
How's it going out here today?
Not too good. Not too good.
You guys work for the business, right?
What's that?
Like that's for like charity does that, right?
We're trying to figure out like other ways to help besides like give money. So like we figure it gets cold out here at night, right?
Oh, that shit is hot. That's a real heating blanket. That's some shit I really need for my back, dogs.
A lady gave it to me to sell it.
To sell it?
To sell.
You got
So what was interesting about these two, there's actually a third over to the left, is the lady on the right hand side I actually saw the week before. I was kind of experimenting with this down in New York City. I was giving out hand warmers, and this lady was sitting there bundled up with her dog. I mean, it was freezing out that night, and this really hit me hard, that scene, that picture, and I was actually very happy to see her when we went back to do this and just talk to her. We also noticed, Isaiah pointed this out, the guy to the left was flossing with a straw. So a lot of the homeless, they really do want to stay clean and stay hygienated. I don't know if that was the right word. But they don't always have access to some of the stuff that we do. So as soon as we gave the wipes to him, he actually started cleaning his fingernails and cleaning his hands. And the lady actually asked for more wipes later on. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
You want to say something for the people?
Yeah, I'm trying to jump in. See, true life is being true to life. And life deals with the sequences of physical and mental experiences that make us all of us individuals. Distinguishing one from the other, we are all gifted with our own sense of perceptions, perceiving things from our own perspectives. And what we hear, see, smell, taste, and feel is for real. From the time of the egg shell and the sperm tree united and started development in the womb, approximately 265 days, Mama carried us. Here we are. Here we are each and every day, every second, every minute, every hour, day by day. Somebody didn't make it today. May they rest in peace, but they're in heaven or hell. It's not our call. It's the judgment day. We have to understand that this world been here before we got here. It's going to be here while we're here, and it's going to be here when we're gone. Leave this world. I can see you around the world 1,000 times. You're not going to find what you're looking for. The world's in the palm of your hands. From man to man, having to understand who we are, the identity of ourselves. Everything you're looking for is inside of you. There are people that were born the same time and conceived in this world that we was conceived in this world, that are handicapped, disabled, and pain and suffering right now. We'd love to change places with us, to have the liberty that we have, to achieve goals, and accomplish things in life. Just one day. We have to be aware of who we are, the identity of ourselves, and knowing, achieving goals, this and another, and keep on shining to the best of our ability. We're not here to prove it to nobody. We're here to prove to ourselves to be the best that you can be. Let this world be. This world been before you got here. Like I said, I've seen you around the world 1,000 times, you're not going to find what you're looking for. Your world's in the palm of your hands. Keep shining. Your perceptions and outlook achieve and accomplish goals that you want to achieve and accomplish and being successful in life. You have to shine. Don't look for it in this world. It's been here before you got here. It's going to be here while you're here. It's going to be here when you're gone. Let it be. See it what it is. There's nothing we can do to alter the cause of events that take place. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, mind, body, and soul. And I want you to hold on to that.
Thank you, appreciate that. What's your name?
My name? The Hammer.
What is it?
The Hammer.
The Hammer?
So this was our first experience with a community of homeless people, and it kind of felt like we were just at a party and just hanging out. They were really welcoming, and the Hammer actually kind of started everything off and wanted to be on camera, and you saw his clip right there. What was pretty cool about his little speech was you started to realize he was kind of the leader of the community, and he didn't necessarily look at himself as in a bad situation. And that's when we started realizing, like, despite not having the nice cars, the nice house, and all the money in the world, they may actually be having just as good of a time as people who have those things. So I thought it was interesting, maybe homeless communities where people get along are actually maybe a good thing. So Isaiah and the Hammer actually became pretty good friends, and maybe you can give some insight on how you two hit it off.
It was just explaining how everybody has the world in the palm of their hands to take advantage of what they have, to give a better life to themselves. And he was also very big on Judgment Day.
So this stuff, it just helps hydrate you faster. It's like lemonade. So what brought you out here?
My mom passed away, and I ended up living with her.
Yeah. How's it going? When did that happen? A few months ago. Sorry to hear about that. Was it all of a sudden, or?
Yeah.
Man. Where were you guys living?
From Boston.
Boston. What city? I used to live up there.
From the city.
Oh, in the city?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. We had a 20-year-old kid who, when I walked up to him, his kind of head was hidden behind the sign. Maybe he was tired, or maybe he was just covering himself from the cold. He was a really nice kid. Unfortunately, his mom passed away 8 months ago, and it's been tough for him. We talked about the job situation, and he said it's kind of tough to have a set job when you don't know where you're going to sleep every night, and that one really hit hard. And we were having a good conversation, and then all of a sudden, this other lady who was homeless came up to me and pretty much told me to get out of there. And I honestly thought she was gonna flick me in the face. It was pretty scary, but one thing that me and Isaiah talked about is we were kind of thrown off because she doesn't actually really know our situations, but she made it an assumption that she did. And we thought that was interesting, looking back on it. And you'll see a clip of me after that right here. My heart's racing pretty fast. That was something I kind of thought was gonna happen today. I don't know if any of that was on video or not, but we were talking to this guy, 20 years old, homeless, having a pretty good conversation. His mom actually just passed away a couple months ago, and this other lady comes up out of nowhere because we had the camera there, and she got right up in my face, and I honestly thought she was gonna hit me. And you know, stuff like that, you don't really know what to say. I had no idea what was gonna happen or what to say, but we just got up and walked away. It was too bad because that was a kid that I really feel like he is a really good kid, and if he gets the right help, something good will happen. We said, hey, if you could have one thing besides money, what would it be? He said shelter. He said it's hard to sustain a job when you don't have shelter, and I agreed. So we're really starting to realize like that's one common theme. If they have a place to stay, and maybe it's the people there that they surround themselves with, if they're good people, then maybe that will help set them up to succeed. So we got a little bit longer we'll spend out here, and we'll see what happens. We're trying to figure out today, like this whole day we've been walking around, like if the homeless could have one thing besides money, what would it be? A lot of people have been saying shelter, but what would you?
We would like to get out of the U.S. permanently.
Out of the U.S.?
Yeah. Something near a Catholic cathedral like, I don't know, small town.
Later on, we asked, like, if you could have one job, what would it be? He's like, I don't know if I would work. That made us really dive deep. None of them said, hey, we just want a chance. We want an opportunity. We want someone to believe in us. Like, we want someone to say, hey, if you give us an opportunity, we're going to take you up on it, and we're going to work our tail off to make this work. A guy like Robert, he had 4 daughters and a son that he was taking care of, and they would sleep at the church at night, and in the morning they would get, I think he said they would give them a breakfast sandwich. Even though it was a little cold in the church, they still had a place to stay, and they were having people take care of them by giving them a little bit of food in the morning to start off their day. So Robert was probably the most interesting conversation, and Isaiah can probably tone in a little bit too about what he thought about that one.
That was like the most weirdest thing I've heard, that he was trying to get out of the U.S. A lot of people are trying to get into the U.S. and get a better life, but he's trying to leave. So I thought that was very different from what I'm used to hearing.
Gave us some stuff to think about. Like, everyone's different. Everyone wants different things. And Robert was like everyone else. You know, he had some things on his mind that he wanted that may have been different than what we want. And it was a great day where we made a lot of friends, you could say, or met a lot of great people and had some good conversations. One guy that we didn't get on film that we talked to on our way back, we asked him what's one thing he wished he had, and he said socks. And you know, if we were to do this again, we would probably bring socks in the care package because it made a lot of sense, especially when the weather's so cold. To kind of put a close on this, we just want everyone to take away that we don't know all the answers, but by simple human kindness, by saying hi to someone, by getting to know someone, and maybe by lending a hand out when they need help, maybe we can start to find the answers to help more people. And in this situation, specifically the homeless. But you can take what we did today and use that on anyone. If you see a stranger walking down the street, maybe just simply say hi. I want to thank everyone who made it this far for watching. It really means a lot to us, from myself and Warm Heart Life and Isaiah Fonseca and ZaynimeCreations. We really appreciate any feedback, any comments that you have. And if you want to work together with a future project, if you want to join us with this mission, feel free to reach out, and we'd love to work together with you if you have the same mindset.
Like I said, I've seen you around the world 1,000 times, you're not going to find what you look for. Your world's in the palm of your hands. Keep shining.